Sam Ladendorf, Performance 3, Generations by Jack Neely. The other day, I was doing some research, nothing crazy, just trying to figure out what hobbies old people have. And let me tell you, they have a lot more than scrapbooking, golf, and pretending to love all their grandchildren the same. Sure, some hide it better than others, but the truth lies in the presents. Last Christmas, my grandparents gave my sister a gold necklace with her name on it. And when all I got was a Hallmark card. Hey, how can you complain about a card full of cash, Jack? First of all, it wasn't even a Christmas card. They just threw Jesus after a happy birthday. And secondly, when I opened it, out popped an Applebee's gift card that expired in 2014, which is both the last year someone got excited about their 2 for 20 deal, and apparently the last year they loved me. Anyways, it turns out I didn't have to look too hard to realize old people love making fun of younger people. I mean, when you've been around for so long, you start to run out of people your own age to argue with. So, just as any famous actor looking to marry, they go a generation younger than necessary. Personally, making fun of young people sounds like a great time. The one issue is I can't really do that yet. Well, I could, but the headline, "Man Found Verbally Abusing Children at Local Park," would be a tough one to explain. So if I can't make fun of little Timmy, I may as well turn to the most hated generation, the millennials. Fuck the millennials, am I right? Now, before we all go, who's the kid making fun of his own people? Let me just say I'm a part of the newer generation, Gen Z. We're so new, they haven't even decided what to call us yet. Turns out you got to fight a world war and live through the Great Depression to get one of those cool angsty names like the Lost Generation or the Silent Generation. So, since I'm not an infamous millennial, I must have the right to just go ahead and pile on. In fact, it seems even more fair than old people doing it. I get to punch up, not down. In today's world, we call that making a change. Millennials are viewed so negatively that if you just Google millennials are, the first suggestion is killing. And I'm also pretty sure their Wikipedia page now lists them as enemies of the state. While I'm not here to pile on, they have made my life more difficult. It all started the summer before my senior year of high school, where I had a government job in DC. Anything seem off there? Choosing a government job, obviously, but yeah, high school. High school me was in our nation's capital, working that 9 to 5 and that bloated bureaucracy I'm proud to call my government. I clearly missed out on living in the good old days when you would spend your summer days playing hopscotch, going to the beach, or, according to pop culture, hike through Oregon with your pal River Phoenix looking for a missing kid on the railroad tracks. Yeah, I've seen Stand By Me. Doesn't mean I understand that generation any better. In fact, it raises a few questions on how everyone spent their free time back in the day. Times have changed. Things have gotten weird recently. And no, I'm not talking about searching for dead kids in the woods weird, because we can leave that in the 80s along with women's hairstyles that look like they swapped blow dryers for an industrial grade leaf blower for a solid decade. And well, I was going to say heightened Cold War tensions with Russia, but recently it seems like we've decided to bring that bad boy right back into the 21st century. The weird I'm talking about is the fact society can't make up its mind about competition. Because on one hand, we're throwing participation trophies out left and right like a over-enthused opera, but on the other hand, we have high schoolers working 9 to 5s. You thought I was bad with my government job at 17? It gets worse. The other day, while my friend was filing his taxes, which, by the way, couldn't be more of a boring start to this story, well, he asked me if he could claim his baby sister as a dependent. And I said, fuck yeah, you can claim your, fuck yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure if you're changing diapers on the reg, that baby is probably yours. Why do you think people work at daycare centers? Because they love babies? No, wrong. Fat tax returns. I mean, the whole reason kids are sweating over taxes and working 9 to 5 jobs in high school is because of them damn millennials. I don't think it's their fault, though. They've been beaten and bashed so heavy by the older generations. Now, don't get all sad and sorry, and you old people are fine. The cycle of abuse works its way down and around, right? Hey, would the guy who just chuckled and nodded and say yes, stay after the show? That's not how we were supposed to react to that one. Sadly, the logic of my generation gets to be their punching bag. Last I checked, millennials aren't grabbing coffees for their offices anymore, or whatever shady stuff you guys have your interns do. They're the one who call the shots now, looking to hire college grads with 8 years of work experience and a credit score so high, even Flo from Progressive would be a bit jealous. Millennials may be weird, but I would be too if my parents went from free spirited, hallucinogenic loving hippies to helicopter parents as soon as they realized free love wasn't the best form of contraception. So instead of saying fuck the millennials, I think we should treat them better. Seriously, though, I'm just trying to get hired.